Hello, Marcel.
Hello, good night, Barack. How are you?
I'm good. How about
Oh,
you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How have you been? How was your weekend?
I'm busy at my work this day. Yeah.
Okay. So you are quite busy with work.
Yes.
Okay. No problem. I see Han has joined us. Uh, hello,
Hello,
Han.
Michelle.
Hi,
Hello, and
Han.
Barack. Yeah,
How are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing very good. I'm doing very good. Thank you. Thanks for
How
joining.
about your trip last week?
Ah, oh yes, my trip last week. I forgot I told you guys. Yes. So my trip last week, I'm now back home, as you can see. Yes. It was good. It was a nice couple of days, in the countryside. So it was good. Thank you.
Yes, very
I
beautiful place
yeah,
on
I
the
hope you en
countryside.
Thanks. I hope you enjoy the pictures. I sent you some pictures. I hope you enjoy the pictures.
Yes, we I enjoyed the picture you sent to everyone.
Yes. Okay. Tun Song has joined. Hello, Tun Song. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good today. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. Will Royale be joining us tonight, guys? Will Royale be joining us? Is he okay? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
I'm not sure, Royal. The reason why Royal now disconnect with our class.
Okay, maybe he's on vacation. Maybe he's just taking a break. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
start. Okay.
maybe he drink some beer.
Maybe he just needs a break. Sometimes it's good to take a break, a week or two. It's good to take a break sometimes. Okay.
Yes.
yeah,
So thanks for joining, everyone. So tonight we're going to be looking at visa requirements, specifically in Singapore. So, are you
yeah.
all familiar with Singapore? Singapore, it's another country in Asia. Are you familiar with Singapore?
Mm,
Yes.
Okay, nice. All right, so I'm gonna go right into the questions. So, Hen, ladies first.
yeah.
Could you see yourself living? And oh, by the way, so the article, was there any difficulty with the article? Do you have any questions about anything that was mentioned in the article?
In Singapore,
Yes, so there was an article which was attached. Was there any question about the article? Did you have any questions about
mm,
what you read?
mm,
Are you
no.
are you all okay with the questions with the article?
Uh, it's about the task.
So my question is the article. Is
Yeah.
everyone okay with the article? Meaning, do you
Mày bảo.
understand? So, do you understand the article?
Yes, I
Article.
understand this information on the article. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Everyone, hello, Royal. Hi, Royal. Welcome.
Well, hello, Michelle.
I was
Sorry,
just
I'm late.
asking about you. That's okay. I was just asking about you because we missed you last week. So welcome. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm
Yeah.
going to start. So Hannah, uh,
Yeah.
question one, could you see yourself living and working in Singapore?
Mm, um, actually, I want to work in a foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Singapore or European country.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, but I'm not sure yeah, if if in if in Singapore have a good job with good salary and good benefits for employees.
Benefits.
Benefit for employees. I would like to work in there, and I want to have opportunities to work there or European countries or other country foreigner.
Okay.
And I think and I think in Singapore or foreign country have attractive salary for me.
Okay.
It's high than in Vietnam.
Okay. So more attractive salary. Okay, thank you, Han.
Yeah.
So Han says that she would welcome the opportunity. She would like to work in Singapore. She would also mention Europe. She would like to work overseas because she thinks that the opportunities are better, right? And she mentioned that she could get a better salary, a more attractive salary if she works overseas, meaning her salary would be better. It would be more money for her than what she's currently earning. But Han also mentioned that she's not sure whether she can find a good job. She's not sure of the job market. So Han, you are not sure of the job market in Singapore, right?
Yeah, right. I'm not sure. But if have a good job, I will try. I will, yeah.
Okay. Well, the first thing we normally do is we do what is called an investigation, meaning we try to get as much information as we can before we make major decisions like that. So we do an investigation. We do what is called an analysis. So we gather information, we analyze the information, and we compare information. We compare the information that we get. We compare it to check that it makes sense, okay? So normally before we make major decisions, we have to do an investigation. So we get all that we can about the job market in Singapore, and then we analyze the data. We examine the data carefully, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Han. Thank you. What about you, Royal? So Royal, question one. Could you see yourself living and working in Singapore? What do you think the job market is like?
Yes, Michelle. Now I live and work in Vietnam. But if I have an opportunity to live and work in Singapore, if about 5 years, I think that I will earn enough for money for my life later.
Okay.
Because the salary in Singapore very high than salary in Vietnamese.
Yes. So the salary in Singapore is higher than in Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If I think if I work a month with a salary of Singapore, the government then I work in Vietnam 2 years. That's a very high salary.
Okay, so you are saying, Royal, if you could work in Vietnam for 2 years, you think you could get a higher salary, you could make more money than what you would have earned while working in Vietnam? Sorry?
Yes, I mean, if I work in Singapore about 1 month,
1 month.
maybe 1 month, maybe equal. I work in Vietnam about 1 year.
So are you saying if you work in Singapore for 1 month, you can earn more than you would have worked 1 year in Vietnam?
Yes, with the salary of the uh, bài báo này là sao?
Equal.
Oh,
Equal. That's equal.
Article.
Sorry?
equal.
Article.
Bài báo à?
Equal?
Yeah, that's equal.
Equal là bằng đó đúng không? Bằng đúng không?
Ý là
Tương
21.500 đô la một tháng. Trong cái bài viết này là 21.500 là tháng.
Roaming. Roaming. If he work in Singapore, he will get 22,500 dollar a month. Is equal get 1 year in Vietnam.
Oh, wow. It's equal to 1 year's salary in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
But as you know, the salary of Royal very, very high. You know, electrical engineer earn a lot of money from salary and some money from coffee money.
So Barack is spilling your business, Royale. Don't tell Barack your business again, right? Okay, thank you, Royale. Thank you. Thank you. So guys, you are basically saying that you believe the working in terms of salary, the salary rates are much higher in Singapore, right? Okay. Tunsong. So Tunsong, question 2, has Vietnam made any changes to its visa rules recent years? Have you heard of any changes? Have you discovered any changes?
Sorry, Michelle. Actually, I don't know. I don't know anything about visa.
Visa rules, in terms of the job market. So when foreigners want to come to your country to work, you're not familiar with what is required, right?
Yes. Every foreigner want to go and travel or work in other country. They must have a visa, must have own visa. But in this question, I don't know about visa, the rule of visa for foreigners work in Vietnam.
Okay.
I just know two types of visa. One for travel and one for work. Yes, I know about. I just know about that.
That's
and,
okay.
Yes, and the detail of the rule.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay, Tunsong. No problem. So, Tunsong, so question 3. Are there special types of job that require foreign workers? So are there special types of job, special sectors? For example, the construction industry, the medical industry, are there special industries in your country right now that they need workers? They're struggling to find workers. Question 3.
Yeah. You know, during COVID-19 pandemic, the
Mm-hmm.
workers who work in factories, they come back their homes, and um, they don't want they don't want to get back to work. Yeah, some
Return.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
return.
return. Mhm.
They don't want to return their work, because some people they live in the country, so they move to big city and work in the factory. Uh, in COVID-19 pandemic, they went back their home, and don't want return work anymore. So in manufacturing, the, like what about labor factory,
Mhm.
and yeah, labor factory. So they need they khuyến khích
There's
người
a
sau một ngành hàng.
shortage. There's a shortage.
Encourage.
Yeah,
Encourage.
yeah. The manager of the factory
Mm-hmm.
encourage the worker return to work for them. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
almost factory in
Mhm.
our country.
Okay. Okay, Tunsang, thank you. So Tunsang is saying that during the pandemic, many of the persons who worked in factories, they returned home because of the pandemic. When the factories were closed, they returned home, and now they are not interested in going back to the factories. They are not
Yeah,
interested in coming back to the city to work in the factories. So Tunsang is explaining that currently there is a shortage of workers who are needed to work in factories. Thank you, Tunsang. Thank you. Barak, can you think of any other sector where there's a shortage? Thank you, Tunsang.
yeah.
Can you think of any other sector, Barak, where there is a shortage of workers right now?
Yes, now in Vietnam, especially in the big city,
Mhm.
like Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi capital, as you know,
Mhm.
and a lot of city around Vietnam lack of workers like service, tourism, construction worker, architect, retail seller,
Mhm.
maybe, and information technology industry in my country that are struggling to fire workers because affected a lot of upon COVID-19
Mhm.
pandemic
Yeah.
still there to now. You know, due to the impact of the pandemic and
Mhm.
the social isolation last year.
Yes.
So, like Tung Sun said, a lot of workers from a big city back to their hometown, and now, although the government not quarantine and reopen around everywhere in Vietnam, so
Mm.
um, so
So the economy is reopened,
the
right?
economy.
Mhm.
Yes, and many of them are not ready to return to the city
Mhm.
to work. So
Mhm.
human resources are lacking now in the big city.
Okay, okay. So they're not ready to return to the city. So what are they doing in the countryside? Is it that they are doing more farming? So
Uh,
is it that they're farming more? Is it that they're growing more rice in the countryside? What exactly are they doing?
Now, as you know, Vietnam is the before Vietnam is agriculture
Mhm.
country.
Yes.
So a lot of Vietnamese people work as a farmer, but
Mhm.
um, but now a lot of developed country invested industrial zone in Vietnam, so they move from countryside to city to work
Okay.
to make to earn a lot of money like farmers. But when they return to hometown, the land don't enough for them to work to earn money.
The
So
land
they,
is the land is not enough for them. Mhm.
yes, not enough for them, and rice field not enough for them to eat.
Oh wow, wow. I see, I
Uh,
see.
so uh, they a lot of them work as a normal work like
Mhm.
construction worker, as you
Mhm.
know,
Yes, yes.
maybe uh, mechanic that well, I'm not sure that work, but all of them return back to their hometown, have a
Mhm.
work mean to to earn enough money for them.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess when they return to their hometowns, they find other types of jobs. So some of them they start farming. Some of them they start doing other what we call odd jobs, meaning they go around, they fix things. Maybe they start selling. They start to buy things, they start to sell things. That's how it is, because we too, in the countryside, many people, they have their small pieces of land and they plant crops. They plant crops that grow very quickly and, they can sell them, get the money quickly and plant again. And, many of the young men and women, they find other odd jobs to do. They try to find something to sell. Maybe they open a shop, maybe they open a bar, you know.
Welder, yeah.
Yes, yes. So I guess once you return home to the countryside, it's important that you find something to do quickly. So maybe that's a reason why they are not interested in returning to the city, because they've actually found something else to do.
Yes,
Okay?
and yes, and I think
Yes.
the worker that scare pandemic will come back, and it's hard to come back their home because the pandemic big city have to lock down and don't let everybody leave go out. So it's hard to come back their hometown. Maybe
Yeah.
they yes they miss their family. They don't
Mhm.
and they live in big city. They don't have enough food, don't have enough money. So if and when they have opportunity to come back their home, they have to go and
Yes, yes.
they don't want to come back return to a big city because they
Mhm.
the pandemic will come back again. I think so.
Exactly. 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 You're correct. You're correct, Junson. So Han, are there cities in your country, Han, that you've noticed, you've heard that they are popular with foreign workers? So in some, especially the big cities, you have a lot of foreign workers working in
Yeah.
different sectors. Are you familiar? Question 5.
Yes. Yes. there are some cities in my country as a popular with foreigner cooker. There are many investors from abroad. They invest and building many companies, industrial park, hotel, restaurant. Yeah, and they live and work in my country for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, like in the south Vietnam, in the north Vietnam, and in the central Vietnam.
Okay.
Hanoi capital. Đà Nẵng city, Hồ Chí Minh city. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are saying, Han, that these foreigners, they are typically investors who build companies. Do they like build buildings? Are they in the construction center where they build, they build homes, they build companies? What exactly do they do? Han, can you hear us, Han? Hello, Han, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear it.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe my connect is not good.
Yeah. Yes, I'm getting a signal where it says that your connection is not so stable. So it's okay now, you can go ahead. So I was asking you, what specific industry, what do these investors do? Do they build homes for people? What exactly do they do?
They build some company. They invest in industrial.
They invest in
like
industries.
Samsung.
Okay.
Yeah, industry like Samsung. You know Samsung?
Yes.
Yes. Samsung. Many investors from foreign country. And they build many hotel.
Okay.
In the nest, the beach. Yes, overseas. Yes, and many foreigners from foreign country come to my country and work here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they contribute a part to creating job for people in my country.
I see. All right. Thank you, Han. So Han is saying that in the larger cities, there are many investors who are from overseas. They come to Vietnam, excuse me, and they invest in building Vietnam. They invest in building hotels. They invest in building companies. And this is an opportunity because it actually creates jobs for Vietnamese people, for the people who are living in Vietnam. Correct, Han?
Yes, correct.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Royal. So Royal, we've been talking about, foreign workers, but what do you think are some of the difficulties that foreign workers have? So people who come to work in your country, could you tell us what are some of the difficulties that, they experience?
Some of the difficult foreign work in Vietnam, and they have language, Vietnamese language for very hard for them.
Okay, so language difficulties.
Yeah, like they when they they go to shopping or they go to they go out. Yes.
Okay. So language difficulties, that's one. What else? Can you give me one more?
The weather in Vietnam have four reasons. Some of them they the weather in Vietnam have the difficult to the south and the south and now in Vietnam, like some of them they live in the now in Vietnam have 4 seasons, but if they live in the south have 2 seasons. Not very difficult.
Okay. So you're saying depending on where they are located, sometimes the weather, they will experience 4 seasons, but if they live in the south, they will experience only 2 seasons. So that can be a problem. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So the language and the weather. Okay. Thank you, Royal. Tunsong, so Royal has given us 2 of the problems. What difficulties do you think that foreign workers are experiencing? So Royal, he has talked about language difficulties and the weather. Persons might have a problem adjusting to the weather. Any other problems you think that foreign workers experience?
I think they will be affected by noise pollution. Just
noise.
Pollution. Yes, noise pollution. Because
what type of noise?
That honk the people in Vietnamese people, they have a habit when they ride on when they ride a bike, a motorbike or a car, they often use the honk. Yeah, they and it's very noisy, and I think that's
it's noisy. It's very noisy.
It's very noisy, and I think it's a big problem with the foreigner. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know foreigners. They do they have do they feel cultural shock? I don't know. I don't know. Do they feel that?
So a cultural shock. Okay, cultural shock. Or okay. I've also been told that you do a lot of karaoke. So karaoke is very popular, and the people are always singing and playing loud music, right? Karaoke.
Yes. That karaoke maybe is a disaster, but but the noise pollution from traffic is monster.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tunsang. Thank you. So language difficulties. So typically, I guess language would be a problem, whenever we go to a different country and we're not familiar with the language. That is definitely a problem because it affects the way we communicate, right? And of course, the weather. For many people, the weather is also a problem, depending on where you're from. And Tunsang just told me about the noise pollution, the difference in culture, right? You guys, you use your horns a lot. So when you're on the street, you use your horns a lot. So it tends to be very noisy. And I've heard about the karaoke, the singing.
Yes.
So
and chaos of traffic.
Yes, yes, traffic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, in many cities, especially the big cities, traffic is always a problem, because we have our own problems here as well, where everyone drives a motor car, and during peak hours, when
Yeah.
it's getting in the mornings, when everyone is leaving to drop their kids to school, in the evenings when everyone is leaving from work at the same time. We call that peak hour, because that is the time when a lot of people are doing the same thing. They are leaving for home, they are leaving work. So during those times, the peak hour, it's very congested. Lots of traffic, lots of people, they get impatient, they are blowing their horns, and sometimes it gets a little crazy. So I think most cities, they experience, it's a similar experience. So,
Yeah.
but I think Vietnam, it might be a little different. So there's a cultural shock. Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you, Tun San. Thank you. uh, Barak. So Barak, we've been talking about foreign workers, working overseas. Have any of your friends or family, has anyone moved overseas for work? Do you know of anyone who has moved overseas?
Yes, I have a lot of friends who move overseas for work,
Okay.
like US, England, especially the most of them go to Japan, Taiwan, and Korea to work,
Mm,
and other country like Singapore. Yeah.
mm,
Most of them to go there to work as a normal labor, like waiter
mhm,
at restaurant, uh,
mhm.
workers in construction site. Um, some of them control machine, construction machine,
Mhm.
like uh, elevator,
You
elevator,
mean, do you mean the tractor? Tractor, the construction machine, the tractor?
construction machine.
Mhm.
Mm, I I check that work.
Excavator?
Excavators,
Yes,
excavators.
excavators. Okay, excavators. Yes.
For a long time, I can pronounce that word,
Yes,
so very
elevator.
very difficult for me.
Yes, the pronunciation. Well, actually, the pronunciation is similar. So you have excavators and you have elevators. Elevators is the one that you ride in to get from one floor to the next, right?
Yes,
And the
yes.
excavator, now that's a special type of machine that digs in the ground, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why, because this morning I go to up the high floor, so I use elevators.
So you took the elevator, not the excavator.
Not
Okay.
excavator.
Yeah. So you rode in the elevator, and in a lot of countries, the elevator, some people refer to it as the lift. So we don't always say elevator. Sometimes we say the lift. So for example, I took the lift to the 10th floor. So I took the
Yes,
lift upstairs, meaning
upstairs.
I took the elevator. Okay. So some people
Yes,
say lift, some people they say elevator. So it's the same thing. Okay.
yes, and yes, I understand.
Okay.
And as you know, now Vietnam have a lot of company that
Mhm.
recruit people from Vietnam to other country,
Mm.
work as a labor. So a lot of people in my hometown go there,
Okay.
like in